Okay, just very quickly while I'm finishing off, saying something in the Ask Scruff. Bloody hell, can't pronounce that. Jace, just called Jace. There was a trade he was in on the score sheet, rated good, Aussie long, on a 1 hour before the US data was coming out. Now, it was a 6 pip trade. 30 minutes before the data came out, the price started reversing on me for some reason, and luckily I got out with a minimal loss. Right. Whenever a market is coming up into news events, for a good hour, maybe it's even an hour and a half, they're going to set up for that news event. So you need to be very wary of that, which is why you check when the news is coming. My question is, if you have 1 or 2 hours before data, is this enough time of news avoidance for a trade, and should I be waiting until 15 minutes to an hour after the release? Well, after the release, you want to, it depends on what the release is. Sometimes it can be high impact on your calendar, but didn't really do a great deal to the market. But things like non-farm payroll, interest rates, FOMC, they can be pretty brutal, and they'll actually be setting up through most of the day, so you've got to be careful with that. Now, the market will also show you it, so you trade what you see and you work within hour segments, and that's why your target is important, because you're only targeting for that set hour or so. Now, when it's not so bad, you can sort of half an hour after it's been done, you can probably start looking at it. So if the release is at 1:30, you can start again at 2 o'clock. You know, so it's not really a big issue, but you just need to be very wary of what it is. And a good rule of thumb is, if it's US data, you look at something else. You know, you just don't look at a US market while it's on. The Aussie dollar is quite a tough market at the moment. It doesn't move that far, you know, so it's pretty thin on the ground. But you did the right thing. If it was reversing and you were a little bit unhappy, pull yourself out of it. But the rule of thumb round news is it's an hour before and an hour after is the rule of thumb. If it's major news, non-farm, like I said, non-farm payroll, FOMC, you kind of give it a bit of a wider berth. All right? Catch you soon.